wonder the man couldn't write. When the think of independence married to her.
Please do forgive me. It is indeed an honor to be speaking to the two greatest men in America.
Well, certainly the greatest within earshot, anyway.
I know I don't flatter, Dr. Franklin. My husband admires you both greatly.
Well, then we are doubly flattered, for we admire very much that which your husband admires.
Did you sleep well? Did you lie comfortably? Damn it, you know what I mean!
Yes, John, we do. Tell us about yourself, madam. We've had precious little information. Tell me, what is your first name?
Martha.
Martha. You might at least have told us that. I'm afraid your husband doesn't say very much.
Oh, silent man in Congress. I've never heard out of 3 sentences together.
Not everyone's a talker, John.
It's true, you know. Tom is not a talker. Oh, he never speaks his passions. He never speaks his views. Whereas other men speak volumes. The man I love is mute. In truth, I can't recall him, but I've learned at home.
I guess, how did he win you, Martha? How does he win a little bounty such as you?
Mr. Adams. I am taking my wife back to bed. Kindly go away. Your obedient, T. Jefferson.
Perhaps I'm the one that should have written the Declaration after all. For at my age, there's little doubt that the pen is mightier than the sword. For it was high, 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 diddle, diddle, and God bless the man who can fiddle.
And did it and see.
High, 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 ya-da-da-da. Through eternity.
And what follows is a complete and up-to-date list of the committees of this Congress now sitting, about to sit, or just having sat. A committee formed to investigate a complaint made against the quality of yeast manufactured at Mr. Henry Pendleton's mill, designated as the Yeast Committee. A committee formed to consider the most effective method of dealing with spies, designated as the Spies Committee. A committee formed to think, perhaps to do, but in any case to gather, to meet, to confer, to talk, and perhaps even to resolve, that each rifle regiment be allowed at least one drum and one pipe attached to each company, designated as the Drum and Pipe Committee. A committee formed to
Look at it, Doctor. Democracy. Plato called the charming form of government, full of variety and disorder. I never knew Plato had been to Philadelphia.
Dan, open that damn window.
Hey, Ben! Ben! Come here, I want to show you some cards I had printed up. I want to save everybody here a whole lot of time regarding this epidemic of bad disposition that's been going on around here. Here, sir, you are without a doubt a rogue, a rascal, a villain, a thief, a scoundrel, and a mean, dirty, stinking, sniveling, sneaking, pimping, pocket-picking, thrice double-damn, no-good son of a bitch! Now, what's your name? What do you think?
Stephen, I'll be present right now.
All righty.
a committee formed to answer all congressional correspondence designated as the congressional correspondence. Right. That's socializing. That's right.
Yes, good morning, John.
What? Oh, yes. Good one. Now, let's get to it.
Let's get to work.
Unanimity, of course. Look at that ball. 6 days went over the whole of the week. A committee formed to consider the problem of counterfeit money, designated as the Counterfeit Money Committee.
All right, John, where do we start?
How about telegrams? Shame to see them on the wrong side after all this time. Is there anything wrong with them?
The key is back.
Thomas! A committee formed to study the causes of our military defeat in Canada, designated as the Military Defeat Committee. Thomas, how did you do this? Is he still alive?
The journey to Dover was fearful hard on him. He never complained, but I could tell the poor man was suffering.
But you got him home safely.
I did, but I doubt he'll ever set foot out again.
Leaves you and Reed split down the middle. Will they come over?
I don't know. He's a stubborn little snot.
That's all work. Keep out until you wear him down.
Oh, John, face facts, will you? For only greed standing in our way, it wouldn't be so bad. Look for yourself now. Maryland, Pennsylvania, The entire South is impossible.
It's impossible. Don't stand around complaining about it. To work, McKeon. One foot in front of the other.
I believe I put it a better way. Never leave off till tomorrow. That would
Oh, shut up, Franklin!
What good will it do? You know Dickinson, he'll never give in. And you haven't heard the last of Rutledge either.
Don't you worry about that. Your job is George Reed. Talk him deaf if you have to, but bring us back Delaware.
I know something to say. This'll break the tie.
all right, John. Who's next?
A committee formed to keep secrets, designated as the Secrets Committee.
Pennsylvania and Maryland. I suggest you try to put your own house in order while I take a crack at old bacon fees over there. Good Lord, look at him stuffing himself. Ah, Mr. Chase! Tell me, Mr. Chase, when are you going to come to your sense of town? Not while I'm eating.
Mr. Wilson. Tell me, sir, when you were judge, how in hell did you ever make a decision?
The decisions I made were based on legality and precedence. There is no legality here. Certainly no precedent.
Because it's a new idea, you clot! You're setting your own precedent. No, Colonel McKeon, no, no, no!
Damn your eyes, Lee! You came into this world screaming no, and you're determined to leave it the same way.
Congress is waiting on you, Chase. America is waiting. The whole world is waiting. What's that, kid?
Leave me alone, Mr. Adams. If I thought we could win this war, I'd be at the front of your ranks. But you must know it's impossible. You've heard General Washington's dispatches. His whole army's falling apart.
General Washington is exaggerating the situation in order to arouse this torpid Congress into action. Why, as chair of the War Committee, I can tell you that the army has never been in better shape. Never have troops been more cheerful. Never have soldiers been more resolute. Never have training and discipline been more spirited. Never have... Oh, dear God.
May we have your ears, gentlemen? Mr. Thompson has a dispatch.
From the Commander, Army of the United Colonies in New York, dispatch number 1157. To the Honorable Congress, John Hancock, President, dear sir, it is with the utmost despair that I must report to you the confusion and disorder that reign in every department. The Continental soldier is as nothing ever seen in this or any other century. He is a misfit, ignorant of hygiene, destructive, disorderly, and totally disrespectful of rank. Only this last is understandable as there is an incredible reek of stupidity amongst the officers. The situation is most desperate at the New Jersey training ground in New Brunswick, where every able-bodied whore in the colonies has assembled. There are constant reports of drunkenness, desertion, foul language, naked bathing in the Raritan River, and an epidemic of French disease. I have declared the town off limits for all military personnel, with the exception of officers. I beseech the Congress to dispatch the War Committee to this place in the hope of restoring some of the order and discipline we need to survive. Your obedient, G. Washington.
The man with the press, a hyena.
Well, Mr. Adams, you're chairman of the War Committee. Do you feel up to whoring, drinking, deserting in New Brunswick?
There must be some mistake. I have an aunt who lives in New Brunswick.
You must tell her to keep up the good work. Come, Mr. Adams. Surely you must see that it's hopeless. Let us recall General Washington and disband the Continental Army before we are overwhelmed.
Oh, yes. English would like that, wouldn't they?
Why not ask them yourself? They ought to be here any minute.
But when they hang you, Miss Adams, I hope they can put in a good word for the rest of us.
Face facts, Mr. Adams. Our soldiers, a bunch of drunk and disorderly men against the entire British Army, the finest musket men on earth. How can we win? How can we hope to survive?
Answer me straight, Chase. You thought we could beat the regulars. Would Maryland say yea to independence?
Well, I suppose.
Don't suppose. Would you or wouldn't you?
Very well, yes, we would.
Then come with me to New Brunswick and see for yourself.
heard what Washington said. It's a shambles up there.
They're pushing you into it, Johnny.
What do you say, Chase?
Go ahead, Sam. Sounds lively as hell up there.
Very well, and then perhaps it would be John Adams who comes to his senses.
Mr. President, the War Committee will heed General Washington's request. The party consisting of myself, Mr. Chase, and Dr. Franklin will leave for New Brunswick immediately.
Is that satisfactory with you, Dr. Franklin?